Hi everyone, and welcome to today's episode on the greenhouse. So most of you who have been visiting Meteor Alliance Nursery, you've seen the development over time. But I just wanted to share with you what it took, how much it cost, how to set up this greenhouse. So this greenhouse cost about 107,520 shillings. So yes, I have a bit of a background in accounting, so I remember the numbers. So we settled on doing a greenhouse with steel structures. Why did we choose this kind of a structure? Is number one, we didn't want any kind of problems with mites that eat up the wood, our timber or the wooden kind of structure, because it will weaken your structure and eventually you'll have problems of all the time you're trying to put in those kind of poles. So we decided and settled for this kind of solid steel structures, and it was quite a process. It took us 3 days, and what we have here now is this translucent plastic on both ends and on the top. So what does this do? It increases the temperature. We are able to control the environment around here, and how we are also controlling the temperature is that on the sides you can see we have a shade net, because it can really get a bit hot in here. So this greenhouse, our wind comes from this side going that way, our sun also comes from that side and passes there, and it's going to set around there. So it's good to know where this kind of things are, the weather kind of systems are, how your greenhouse is directed. So when the wind comes through this, it kind of helps us cool the air inside here as it goes outside. So we put this up, as I said, in 3 days, but as you can see, we do have a drip system, and we have our water flowing all the way to the end, and it comes from the main tank from that side. So we are not using any pumping or anything, but we're using gravity to allow the water to flow in all the way to the end, and when we open our mains, it goes this way. So the cost of the system of piping and setup and digging the trench and the piping and all this, drip system and the taps of each cost about 30,000. So over and above, let's say it cost us about 140,000 to set up this greenhouse, and also of course our time, but really these are just the main costs. The setup of the structure, we had the shade net, but the shade net would cost about anything from 10,000 to 12,500, but luckily we had it. But if you are planning to do the same technique, that would be an additional cost. Otherwise, if you come from an area where it's a bit colder, you'd do just the paper all round. So that's how you set up the greenhouse. Of course, here we are able to control the pests. There are different ways to control the pests, and that we shall highlight in the next episode. So thank you very much for keeping it Meteor Alliance, and we hope to see you here one day for training as well, because now we shall be offering some training to anybody else who wants to learn more on permaculture, organic farming, and of course maximizing of space as we become food secure. So thank you very much, and keep it locked and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.